Welcome, everybody. I think, okay, Miss Cams is coming back. I'll let her
Sorry.
introduce. Okay.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Thank you, ma'am, Prof. Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our webinar for tonight. And my name is Kams. Sorry. So again, I'll introduce our guests for tonight. We have three professor guests from Namseoul University. First, she is a director of student recruitment and admissions, MA in TESOL, 18 years of teaching experience, 12 in the private education sector, 6 in undergraduate and postgraduate education, currently teaching in the International Education Department at Namseoul University International Graduate School. Please welcome Professor Judy Yang. Hi, Prof. Judy. Please hi to our participants.
Good afternoon and good evening to those of you who have joined us today. Thank you so much. I see that Mr. Hussein has joined again. Thank you, Mr. Hussein, for joining all of the webinars so far. We have a really exciting segment here for you guys today, and I'll let Ms. Cams finish introductions first.
Thank you, Prof. Okay, our next, she's a PhD in social welfare, associate professor at International Graduate School, Master of Global Addiction Rehabilitation Counseling, Head of Department Global Korean Studies, Counselor, Social Worker, Korean Culture Experts, teaching at NSU since 2014. Please welcome Professor Sirhana Tapa. Hi, Prof. Sir Hannah, please hi to our participants.
Hello, kumusta? Good afternoon, good evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, next is a PhD in physiotherapy, Dean of International Affairs and External Cooperation, Professor, Department of Physiotherapy at Namseoul University, has had 25 years of clinical experience and research in musculoskeletal physiotherapy, editorial staff of the Asian Journal of Physical Therapy, and life member of KPTA or Korean Physical Therapy Association. Please welcome Professor Sang-Bin Lee. Hi, Prof. Lee. Please say hi.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Sang-Bin Lee, professor of Department of Physiotherapy. And nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Prof. Lee. And we also have here our very own global educational consultant. Please welcome Mr. Angelo Concepcion. Hi, Sir Jello.
Is my volume good?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Anyway, it's nice to see everyone, and it's nice to be back online. It's been a while. I'm just eager to be, more visible this time around. So thank you very much. It's nice to see you again, Professor Judy, and to everyone here. It's a pleasure for meeting you for the first time online. So thank you very much, Cams.
Now, it's time for the ATC background introduction. I'll share my screen. Hold on. Okay. The Study in South Korea webinar in partnership with Namseoul University. Okay. Our webinar etiquette is mute or unmute. Keep yourself muted unless speaking or engaging in conversation to reduce background noise and to your environment. Try to be in a quiet space with as little distraction, kids, pets, etc. as possible. And to your background, declutter your background to minimize distractions or use a visual background. Okay, about us, our business name is Anicon Travel Consultancy or ATC. Since 2012, ATC is an educational tourism company that aims to unite the world through global education and elevate Filipino academic status worldwide. We work with multiple schools and destinations to give you the best possible options for your study abroad plans. Our business address is Unit 1627, 16th floor, City and Land Mega Plaza Building, Papas Road, Ortigas, Pasig City. And ATC has 3 different brands. We have Asia, Europe, and Kansa. For Asia, we have South Korea and Japan. For Europe, Italy, Spain, and Finland. And for Kansa, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. And ATC has been an educational LC company in the Philippines since 2012, and we bring Filipino students to study abroad. We have already sent a lot of students to Japan, South Korea, Finland, Italy, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. This is our proof of business. We're under J Mission Documentation Services. So why study in South Korea? First, affordable tuition fees and living costs, scholarship program for international students, faster ROI due to large savings and the ability to sustain own studies, part-time job under student visa, and you can work up to 20 hours per week for undergrad students and 30 hours per week for postgrad students. And Korea is one of the safest countries in the world to study in. So now I'll turn the time over to Professor Judy Yang. Hi, Prof. Judy.
Thank you, Ms. Kams. So I would just like to start by giving an overall, I'm sorry, just one second. Start by giving an overall introduction and background to Namseoul University, and especially Namseoul University International Graduate School, which is where the programs that we are going to be talking to you about today are going to be introduced. So let me just share my screen. Is everyone able to see my screen? Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
ma'am.
Okay, so once again, I am here to promote on behalf of Namseoul University International Graduate School. Just a very quick background, Namseoul University as a whole was established in 1994 as a private university. We are an accredited university and we've grown exponentially in a very short period of time. So currently we are home to over 10,000 students. We have 34 majors, over 6 schools, and it's a comprehensive university that offers undergraduate, postgraduate in master's and doctoral studies. In 2019, the International Graduate School was established. We started with just 2 majors and now we have 5, which 2 of them we are going to be discussing more in detail today. All of our programs for the international students are 100% English medium. As you can see from this map, we do have a very international student body. We currently do have several, students from the Philippines, if you can see here. And we would like to try to build our student body, and we love our Filipino students and we would like to continue recruiting from the Philippines. I know that we have several other nationality guests here who have joined us for the webinar. I believe Ms. Peng is from Singapore, and I know Mr. Hussein is also from Pakistan. So we do have students from Pakistan. We don't have any students from Singapore yet, so that would be great to have one to begin with. So as Ms. Kams already mentioned in her introduction, there are many great reasons to study in Korea. We actually have one of our current students in the MGARC program with us right now. Her name is Ms. Pooja. Ms. Pooja, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Ian is coming.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here.
Yes. Ms. Pooja, what are some of the reasons that you enjoy studying in Korea?
Speaking about that, there are many of the reasons that I have joined a Korean university. The first one is the fees is quite affordable as an international student, and the professors here are quite helpful, and genuinely they make us feel the comfort and the quality education, which has obviously attracted me after hearing from the seniors who are currently PhD students in Namseoul University after getting the feedbacks from them. And also because I was also attracted towards the Korean culture, the traditions. I wish to learn more about the Korean culture, about Korea, and also because I'm one of the fan of how this country has been reached um, quite the spot in some years in recently. So I was attracted about many things here.
Thank you, Ms. Huda. I also know that, especially for our Filipino applicants, one of the things that they say that they're most looking forward to is having a place to live where there's 4 seasons. So Korea definitely has 4 seasons. Some might be a little bit longer or shorter than others, but there are 4 distinct seasons. And our current Filipino students say that that's something that they're enjoying as well. So as I mentioned before, we have 5 dynamic departments. Anyone who has completed a bachelor's degree from an undergraduate university is eligible to apply to our majors. So we have international legal studies, global techno-entrepreneurship, international education, and today we're going to focus on global addiction rehabilitation counseling and global physiotherapy. So before I go any further, I would actually like to hand things over to Professor Tapa. Professor Tapa, would you like me to share my screen?
I think I can share, Professor. Just you can close your, then, yeah. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Good evening again. Kumusta ka? How are you all? And can you see my screen now? Is that okay? Okay, sure. So it's me, Professor Thapa at Namseoul University, and I'm very honored to present our department here. And I always feel very thankful to SCT because we have very beautiful students. They are very sincere, and I know that they are from ATC. Thank you so much. And they're very sincere, very genuine students, and I hope that they're enjoying here. And Jillian is here, I think. She's gonna share something about our program. So briefly, I will go shortly about global addiction rehabilitation counseling. This is the program that, oh yeah, sure. So outlines, if you look at the outlines, I'll just go shortly about the goals and MGRC programs, and also why MGRC is very important in international level, and also discuss about the outcomes. So about the program, yeah, obviously the purpose of this MGRs is to train the counselors, right? So addiction rehabilitation counselors, you can say that the mental health counselors. So they can work in the different field, not only in the addiction field. This contemporary society has many substance, not only substance, non-substance like online gaming, even shopping, eating, these all type of disorders. So based on the mental health, we train our students to become competent counselors. And also, we train them to work as a social worker, and also they can work in the hospital as a counselor, and also they can establish the rehabilitation counseling centers. And most of our students, especially the Korean students, they work in schools as a counselor teachers. So in diverse fields, they can just work. And also we encourage our students to cultivate our society welfare through prevention, education, substance and behavior addiction. So that means so we also encourage to provide some educational program or early intervention program. So as other different departments, so we have 24 credits. It's up to 4 semesters. About the interns, 240 hours of practice. Actually, this is not required for graduation, but we encourage our students to do the internship, because our program, all the curriculums that's match with ICC, that's a Colombo plan, that International Center for Credential and Educational Addiction Program. So that's why if to get the international license, the addiction rehabilitation counseling license to match with this Colombo plan program, that's UTC program, Universal Treatment Curriculum. If you go and search issup.net, then there are the curriculums. So most of our MGRC program is matched with that one. So that means if they graduate from the MGRC, they are qualified to get the international license. For that one, also they need to complete 240 hours internship, but not for the graduation, because our program is directly academic program, so they can pursue to the PhD program too, because we have master and PhD both in Namseoul University. And also we have MOU partners, as I told you, the ICC, International Center for Credential and Education of Addiction Professional, and also Korea, Canada. So mostly the Korea, Canada program, the Korean students, after the graduation, they are qualified to get the Canada certificate. Yeah, also we have diverse partner institution from the international, from Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, Pakistan, and Nepal. And before COVID, yearly we had time to go and have some seminar, but since COVID, we don't have like the regular program. But this coming summer, we are planning to visit Thailand for the international conference. And as I mentioned, that we have all the program match with the KAP, KACC, and also ICC, also with UTC. And these are the MOU or some, the machines that we have already have partners, and also in Thailand, and also the University of Charles University. And also the good news here, after the graduation, one of our students in Canada doing the master in child psychology. So one of our students is already in Canada doing her master's, and one student's already back to Nepal and running the rehabilitation center. So we have very good outcomes. And yeah, so as I mentioned that the course, so we have basic courses and the practical based course. So basic courses are mostly that we teach our students based on the theory, and other 7 courses we focus with the therapy and counseling session as a the group therapy, individual therapy, and family therapy. As I told you that 240 hours, some of our students may get worried in advance that, oh, we need to complete 240 hours practice, but that is not requirement for the graduation. You don't need to worry. Yeah, so we have already 24 international students have graduated, and I told you they are in different country doing very good job. And also we have 7 students in master currently they are studying, and 4 students in PhD. And they are from Nepal, Cameroon, Nigeria, Philippines, and the Professor Judy missed one country, Ethiopia. We have Ethiopian students also. Currently, she's studying at IGS. And these are some glimpse of our students. They're very happy. They are graduating. And this recently we had some actually, as Professor Judy mentioned, that we have 4 seasons, very beautiful seasons in Korea. So if fall, especially for fall and the spring, and our students always encourage us to go outside and take some pictures and have fun. And we are not only, focusing on teaching, is actually this MGRC field mostly is talk about learning human beings and understand the human beings. So that's why mostly we have indoor and outdoor classes also. And the classes sometimes is live too. And if we look at the career opportunity, the MGRC students are eligible to work in the different multiple fields. If you look at here, they can work as a rehab counselors, and they can work as a mental health counselor, and also social workers, and they can work in school too. And these are the faculty members, and the faculty members, we have diverse in fields. Some of them are actually our director, she's from the nursing department, and our department chair, Professor Unsil, and Professor Kim Young from the counseling field, and me and Professor Kim Young from the social welfare field. So we have diverse, experienced professors, and we have also Korean and English track in MGRC. And if the international students, they are very fluent in Korean, then they can also apply in Korean medium too. Okay, so this much for MGRC. I love to answer if there is any questions. I think that we have a discussion session, Q&A session, right?
Right, it'll be at the end, Professor.
Okay. So I'll be very happy to answer if you have any questions regarding MGRC. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor. I would also now like to introduce Professor and Dr. Sang-bin Lee, he's very busy. He has a lot of different positions here at Namseoul University. He's going to be introducing his department, which is global physiotherapy. I will actually be translating some of the parts for him. So Dr. Lee?
Yep, I'm Sang-bin. Yep, I'm here.
혹시 학과 소개
그 교수님이 들어주신다고 하신 거
동영상
아니셨어요?
틀까요?
네네네.
So I will actually be sharing one moment, a video for you. One moment. I don't have the share sound option, so hopefully let me know if you can hear the sound or not. One moment. I don't know if for some reason the sound is not working. You also cannot hear it, right? I'm sorry, if you could just give me one moment while I'm trying to figure this out.
교수님
maybe-
제가 그냥 설명하고 저기를 할까요?
네.
그 화면만 이렇게 띄워주시고 이렇게 좀 화면만 남겨주시는 걸로 할까요?
네. I'm really sorry about the sound. It's not working for some reason. But Dr. Lee said that he will narrate, so I will go ahead and share.
네, 그래서 남서울대학교 글로벌 피지오세라피 프로그램에 대한 소개이고요. 원래 이제 지혜미 교수님께 저희 아까 지혜미 교수님께서 소개를 하는 영상인데 지금 소리가 안 나와서 저희가 설명을 해야 할 것 같습니다.
So Dr. Lee said that the video that you can see on the screen here is actually from Professor Hemi Ji. She is one of the faculty of the MGPT, the Global Physiotherapy Department professors. But unfortunately, again, the sound is not working. I apologize. And Dr. Lee said that he will be introducing the department on behalf of the MGT program.
그래서 저희 또 남서울대학교 국제대학원의 글로벌 피지오세라피 프로그램은 역시 4학기로 되어 있고요. 그 임상과 매우 밀접한 그런 그 핸즈온 트레이닝을 하고 있습니다. 실습을 겸해서 수업을 하고 있습니다.
So as you can see here on the screen, MGPT, they are doing not only theory-based, but also they include the practical side of the curriculum. And they are offering a master's degree in science of physiotherapy.
여기서 이제 인터내셔널 스탠다드 커리큘럼이라고 되어 있는데 우리 학교는 그 뉴질랜드 그 윈텍 대학교와 호주의 캔버라 대학교와 교류를 하면서 같은 커리큘럼을 쓰고 있습니다.
So as you can also see, it says that they are using an international standard curriculum in the MGPT program. They are using the curriculum that is also being used at Canberra University and Wintec University in New Zealand.
Yeah, right. 다음 페이지 그래서 그 호주와 뉴질랜드와의 어떤 그 교류를 통해서 그쪽의 교수들이 와서 수업을 하기도 하고 우리가 그쪽으로 가서 수업을 하기도 합니다.
So Dr. Lee is explaining the collaborations that we have between the previously mentioned universities. Their faculty is invited to Namseoul University to lecture and teach our students, and NSU is also sending our professors to their universities to do the lectures as well.
예, 다음 페이지로 넘어가 볼게요. 네, 그래서 지금 보시는 교과목들이 저희 학과의 커리큘럼입니다.
So this slide shows the physiotherapy curriculum for clinical applications. These are the courses that are taught in this program.
그래서 그 보시면은 혹시 물리치료를 아시는 분은 아시겠지만 그 물리치료 쪽에서는 좀 기초적인 지금 커리큘럼으로 짜여져 있는데 그 이유는 우리 학과를 졸업하고 IELTS 7.0의 성적을 받으면 뉴질랜드 윈텍 대학교의 물리치료학과로 들어갈 수가 있습니다.
So if you see the the list of the courses that are here, they may seem pretty basic or introductory. The reason for that is we have an MOU with Wintech University, so that the students who finish their studies here, upon finishing these courses and their studies, if they can also achieve an IELTS 7.0, they can be admitted into Wintech University to complete their studies and to earn their physiotherapy degree and license from both
Right,
Namseoul
right.
University and from Wintech University.
Right. 다음 페이지요. 그리고 이제 저희 학과의 그 실습장입니다. 그래서 되게 한국에는 그 물리치료학과가 80개나 있는데 그 중에서 가장 좋은 실습실을 갖고 있습니다.
So this slide shows all of the equipment and the facilities here at Namseoul University. Dr. Lee says that in the nation, Korea actually has over 80 institutions that offer physiotherapy majors or instruction, but out of all 80, Namseoul University Physiotherapy Department has the most high-tech and the newest facilities and equipment.
네, 다음 페이지로 보시면 저희 학과의 교수님들입니다. 그래서 총 5분들의 교수님이 있고 여기에 이제 외래 교수님들까지 있고요. 네.
So these are the faculty members of the MGPT department. There are a total of 5, and in addition to these 5 professors, they also do have visiting professors that they invite.
네. 이러면 끝인가요?
혹시 교수님
네.
이 5명 중에 이제 영어 수업은 지혜미 교수님만 하시나요? 아니면
저하고 지혜미 교수님하고 최정현 교수님 할 수 있어요.
So for those of you who would be joining here at Namseoul University in the MGPT department, the professors who will be doing the courses in English instruction are Professor Hemi-ji, Professor Jonghyun Choi, and Dr. Lee.
그리고 교수님 조금 커리큘럼을 이제 내년에 좀 바꿀 생각인데 그래서 이제 물리치료 분야 중에서 도수치료하고 그다음 필라테스를 좀 중점화한 커리큘럼으로 좀 바꿀 계획으로 있습니다.
So in addition to the course listing that you saw before, Professor Lee says that they are going to update the curriculum and include Pilates
and manual therapy.
And manual therapy.
Yes, right. That's all.
Okay. So if you have, I'm sure you do have some questions. If you do, please hold them until the end. I'm just going to quickly jump. Ms. Kams, is it okay if I get into the admissions part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where did my screen go? Okay. So going back to, sorry, just a moment. Okay, so going back to my part of the presentation, I know that a lot of the international students are often curious as to whether or not they will be able to afford our program. As it was mentioned several times in the beginning of this webinar, our program is very affordable, especially for the quality of education that you are going to receive. You would only be paying a fraction of the price of what you would be paying for schools abroad in, for example, Canada, the US, Australia, New Zealand. So for those of you who are actually very interested in the global physiotherapy program, it's an excellent opportunity because you'll be able to to get your degrees from both Namseoul University and Wintech University, but you'll be able to save a lot of money through completing part of the program here at Namseoul University. So on the screen here, you can see that we have a breakdown of the first semester tuition and fees. And the reason I'm only showing the first semester is because the first semester tends to be the most expensive because of the enrollment fee. And also the concurring semesters, the students usually receive some sort of scholarship in addition to what's listed here. So the first semester, if you apply to us, our application fee, there is a one-time payment of about $35 US. And all Korean universities, upon getting admission, you are required to pay a one-time enrollment fee. Namseoul Universities is also very competitive compared to a lot of the other universities in the country. Our enrollment fee is only about $526 US. The tuition for international students, they automatically qualify for 25% scholarship. So their first semester tuition, it's about $1,700 US. So altogether, their first semester tuition and fees is about $2,200. So again, very affordable. In addition to some of the things that were already mentioned, like we mentioned before, all of the programs for the international students are 100% English medium. So that will include the instruction, exams, and assignments, and so on. Currently, our student to faculty ratio is about 7:1, where we have 7 students to 1 faculty. We really value small-sized classes for obvious reasons. It is better for camaraderie. It's also a good opportunity for the students to be able to have direct access to their professors, and it does encourage enhanced and engaged learning. So we do value our smaller sized classes. All of the international students who join the IGS, they, from the very beginning, so from their very first semester, they are assigned to a faculty who will be their student advisor for their entire program here for the 2 years that they study here with us. Currently, all of our professors here at the IGS who are in the SAS program, SAS being Student Advising and Support, all of the SAS advisors, they are foreigners themselves, so they know exactly from firsthand experience what it is to deal with visa issues and what it's like to be a foreigner living here, working here, studying here. So we do give advising and support for all of our international students through that program as well. As you can see here on the screen, we do also try to arrange several collaborations and excursions for our students. And we've gotten a lot of really good feedback about this from our students as well. Our program is designed for working professionals. So our program, the classes are only on Fridays and Saturdays, which leaves a lot of time during the weekdays for the students to focus on learning Korean language or to go out and explore the great things that Korea has to offer. A lot of our students do enjoy getting to travel around the country during the weekdays because it's less busy than the weekends. It is legally possible for our graduate students to work part-time. So many of our students are currently working part-time during the week and attending their classes on Fridays and Saturdays as a full-time master's student. So this, this screen here just shows a list of required documents that you need to apply to our programs. I'm not going to go over each one, but I have highlighted the 4 time-sensitive or the ones that are a little bit more difficult to come up with, and those have been highlighted in the yellow arrows here. The first 2, they go together. It's the undergraduate diploma and the official transcript from your undergraduate university. Both of these need to be either apostilled or they need to be attested by the Korean embassy. Because we are an English medium instruction program, we do require English language proficiency. There's really good news for Filipino applicants. They are eligible to be exempt from this requirement on the condition that they can provide two things. They need to have a letter of English medium instruction from their undergraduate university, and they also need to provide their secondary academic documents with an apostille or attestation from the Korean embassy. The last sensitive document to prepare for applications is the bank statement, and our minimum requirement is 18,000 US dollars. So if you have any further questions about that, I know that the people at ATC are really good about organizing and helping their students with these documents. So I'm really thankful for them. But yes. A little bit about the application procedure. Once all of the documents for the application package have been completed, they are submitted to our university. At this time, we are still doing paper documents, so we do require them to be posted by courier service to our university. So once we receive those, we schedule an interview. The interview will be through video, so very much like this webinar will be through Zoom. And then once we do the interviews, we will announce those who have been admitted. And those candidates need to pay their first semester tuition and fees. And once that's been done, the university will issue the certificate of admission. So after that, the applicant will take the documents and apply for their visa. We have 2 intakes per year. Currently, we are running and opening the admission for fall semester. So fall semester admission generally takes place between May to June, and maybe all the way up to early July. And spring semester admissions generally runs from November to January. Our current intake is for fall semester 2023. We have our first round, which is currently open until June 16th. Again, all of these dates and times, they are according to Korean Standard Time, so please be aware of that. And I would like to share that we have changed our website recently. I have a QR code here because the actual link to our website is a little bit complicated to remember or to memorize. So if you would just like to refer to the QR code, it will take you to our website. And I know that we gave a lot of information during this webinar, such as the course catalog for the MGPT department, but maybe if you're interested in looking at the course catalog for MGARC, we have that on our website as well. We really hope that you will work together with ATC and you'll be able to apply, and we'll be able to meet you all very soon. I'll turn things over to Ms. Cams now.
Thank you, Prof. Judy. And now I'll share my screen. Okay, hold on. So this is the package cost. These are package costs for Namseoul University. Our first payment is the initial payment of 25,000 pesos. It is the first payment with a signed contract with us before we start your application, and it is non-refundable. And the next payment is the service fee of 50,000 pesos to be paid after all your documents are reviewed, cleared, and submitted to Namseoul University and start of your visa processing requirements. And the third payment is either the tuition deposit or the processing fee. The processing fee is 40,000 pesos. All visa requirements are reviewed and need to pay before we submit your visa in Korean embassy. And the tuition deposit is minimum of around 184,000 plus, and it is depends on the program, payment terms, scholarship, and final computation of the school, and it is a forex based. So the total estimate package is around 299,000 pesos plus, and not included your airfare, accommodation, emergency funds, and pocket money. So disclaimer, this is a minimum investment. It still depends on your program. So next. These are ATC students in South Korea, and we have here Jovi. Last year, fall 2022 intake at Namseoul University. Her name is Jovi, and we have here Pam, Janian, Mona, and Clarissa from other university in South Korea. Okay, next. So this is the video review of Jovi for ATC. So let's watch it. Do you hear? Is there a sound?
No sound.
Sorry. Okay, sorry.
It seems like all the videos that are playing tonight are not playing back the sound. I don't know what the problem is.
Okay.
So first, super excited. Kasi syempre, it will be my first time in South Korea. But at the same time, ano din, sad. Kasi, I mean, pandemic. And then I have to leave my family. But anyway, I'm doing this for the future already. Not for myself only, but of course for the whole family. Alam mo nung una, hesitant ako. Kasi nakita ko lang to sa Facebook. As in, wala akong kakilala, wala akong anything. And then, wala rin akong plan na mag-pursue ng master's. And then, I don't know, all of a sudden, parang gusto ko siyang i-push. Not because, nakita ko kasi, since for me, international education, I tried to search the university, I tried to search the course itself, and super interesting siya. Ang dami niyang benefits na ang dami kong benefits na mag-gain in the future that will be helpful for me. Yung master's na kukunin ko is international education, wherein hindi siya available here in the Philippines and even in other countries. So, dun lang talaga, as in sa Namseoul lang. So, that's the first one. Second, I'm thinking about my family. So, if ever na they want to travel, easier. Super easy because 4 hours away lang. Checking with them, super smooth nung akin kasi in 5 days, na-release. Just want to take this opportunity nga pala to say thank you to the whole Anical Travel, ATC Asia. Kasi naging smooth yung processing. Everyone, please, wag na kayo mag-hesitate. Try to inquire first if you're hesitant, okay? That's understandable, but please try to inquire and pursue your dreams, with ATC Asia or worldwide na nga, ang dami na, di ba? Yeah, pursue your dreams, your future, It's never too late to start. I'm 28 already. I feel so old, pero I think that this is the right time for you. Even though it's pandemic, I hope that everyone is safe, but still, no one should stop you for pursuing your dreams and believe in yourself, of course.
Okay, so that's Jovi, our student for Namseoul University. Okay, next. So, if you remember the unfortunate event happened last year, 2022 at Itaewon, Jovi, one of our ATC students at Namseoul University, was interviewed in Philippine National TV. So, there, Jovi and. So, I believe before Q&A, I'll turn the time over to Mr. Angelo Concepcion, our educational consultant. Okay, sir.
Hey, thank you, Cams. Yeah, just a quick one to everyone, before we start the Q&A, because I'm sure some of you may have a few quick questions to answer. Quick questions, but I'd like to emphasize, because the Philippine market, as everyone knows, is, hi, Jillian, yes, I did my haircut. Jillian's messaging me. I'll call you, Jillian. Give me 1 minute. I need you to show your face to our audience. Jillian, guys, is one of our lovely students from Namseoul. I'm not sure if she graduated already because it's been many, many years now. Not yet, Prof. Okay, good.
Not yet.
There you go. Sabi ko, 1 minute, but she's very excited to see you guys. Maybe you can say hi muna, Jillian, to everyone. Tell them what you're up to right now.
Okay, hi everyone. So I'm currently in my 3rd semester in Namseoul University. Thank you so much, Professor Judy, Professor Tapa, everybody from Namseoul for inviting me today, including Jello. Jello has helped me tremendously to get to Korea. I was one of the clients he had when ATC was still new. But you know what? I'm so glad that I trusted the process because I managed to land in Korea and was able to, um, learn so many things far beyond what I have experienced in the Philippines. Um, Namseoul really did help me further in my current career because they gave me so much ideas on how to apply what I have already learned in, other multicultural contexts. So the beauty about being a student in Namseoul as well is that even though I am already experienced as a psychologist in the Philippines, I thought that maybe going back to school could also help me have a broader perspective, maybe learn more new ideas, learn from various cultural aspects shared by my beautiful classmates. Professor Tapa is also one of my teachers too, and she's really good at helping us, connect with each other. She has this way of teaching us to understand perspectives and also see that, we talk about ethics, we talk about new developments, we talk about the future of counseling in the addiction program, and how we can also come back to our own countries and then apply all of these things that we have learned. So far, I'm actually having fun. So, yeah, Sir Jello, if you're wondering how I'm feeling right now, because you asked me what I'm up to, well, it's actually a wonderful experience. I cannot thank you enough. Everybody in Namseoul has been incredibly helpful. And one of the best parts that Professor Judy also mentioned earlier is that the program is designed for working people. So currently, I'm working as an online therapist. And when I do my work, it's so flexible. And yes, Professor Tapa, I'm writing my thesis right now. So that's also one of the things that I would really encourage you to do if you decide to go to Namseoul. If you plan on making a paper or be published in a journal, it is also a wonderful experience to have it in Namseoul because they have people who will also teach you how. And it's also, well, one of the guarantees of the, being in the program is not only will you get the experience of being published, you also get to be partnered with experienced mentors in the field. So you wouldn't be going into the program blind. So yeah, overall, I really do love my experience here in Korea. And I do hope that if things go well, I might continue to go with the PhD program. So that's it for my experience. And thank you so much for asking me about, things. And if you want to reach me, you can ask Professor Tapa on how to do that or Sir Jello. I will also make myself available to answer all of the questions you need so that you can also have the similar experience as I am currently having. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Jillian. It's nice to see you again. You look lovely as always. So
Of
Jillian,
course.
guys, is for Jillian, guys, is from Mindanao. I think Cagayan de Oro, if I'm not mistaken. So they're
Davao, Davao.
Davao. Oh my God.
Hello, how could you?
And I want to add something about Jillian. As you know, she's professional therapist, and it's very helpful for me. She always assists me, and then if we need something therapy or counseling sessions, she's always there for me, and I always very very happy to be her with me in the classroom, and she's a fantastic student in in NGRC. Thank you
To be
for
honest,
the beautiful
all
genius
of the students that
Yeah.
ATC has sent
Thank
to
you,
us have
ITC,
been
sending
fabulous.
such a
Welcome.
the quality students to Namseoul University.
Yeah, all of
Thank you.
ATC students are very much loved here at the IGS. So hopefully we can continue and build and recruit more.
We will, we will. Thank you for that, Professor, and to everyone. And again, Jillian, it's always lovely to see you. Hopefully, I can see your mom anytime soon when I go to Davao. Sorry, I forgot, and I remember we're supposed to meet before you fly to Korea. Back then with Tatet, I remember. But you know, I'm
Mhm.
a busy man. I'm always like a celebrity, you know, doing mall tours,
Oh.
whatever. Just kidding. But yeah, anyway, going back, guys. Thank you, Jillian. Before we start answering some questions that you may have, if you have a few, I'm sure you guys know Filipinos are quite shy. So I'm sure after this, they're gonna be bombarding us with emails, messages, asking questions later on. So, but yeah, I guess this is just to compare South Korea as a destination versus right now in the Philippines, the most common is Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Culturally, that's just how we were built right now in the Philippines. And I guess for me, why I'm saying this, I want to emphasize to everyone why South Korea is an underrated education tourism destination or study abroad place. Mainly number one, cost-wise, we Filipinos love affordable destinations. And we already love Korea as it is, not only for the pop culture, um, everything about it. That's how we appreciate things. But study cost of education on a worldwide scale, on a global scale. South Korea, I would say, based on my experience of handling multiple worldwide destinations, is within the top. I would say right now it's number one. Very much affordable. You can self-sustain if you're taking the postgraduate programs. And when I say you self-sustain, you can really support your own studies. Okay, but of course, you will still make sure that you are financially capable on your own. Additionally, if you are looking for PR pathways, I will not sugarcoat, it's not as direct as Canada because that's not the goal. But it does not mean you cannot be able to go PR in the future. But I can assure you, after studying, you have opportunities to build a career in the future and to earn more for your family in the Philippines and support the economy in the Philippines and also in Korea. So the transition from study to work is there. And eventually, if you want to help out your family, it is still there. But again, that's too far. So whatever you're looking for, guys, for study, work, and settling in the destination, I can assure you South Korea is one of the most affordable. You'll just need to have an open mind on how you perceive studying abroad. Because I get a lot of inquiries in the past asking questions that are only specific to Canada or Australia. Maybe your minds are closed when you ask that. So we need to open that up. We need to focus on your end goal while you're studying abroad. Then I'll tell you why South Korea is one of the best choices that you can have. And add to that, you're spending less, you're earning more, you're gaining more experience. So it's a much better return on investment on your end. All right. Anyway, Cams, I guess we can open the floor for any questions if they have questions. What do you think, Cams? Do we have any questions right now? Because we are also live on Facebook, by the way. Still live, Cams?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
Do you have
Okay.
any questions
Do you have any
posted?
questions?
Yes, I have question. Hello.
Hi, Bilal. Yes.
I first I want to question about Judy Yang. She's here.
Professor Judy?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
First, I appreciated to all honorable and my respected teachers of the Namseoul University of Republic South Korea. And first, I asked two questions. When will the interview be conducted in the applicants of the first round? And the second question is that classes of the first applicants of the first round will be started with the second students of the second round are already.
Uh, okay, thank you for the question. I think it was a two-part question. The first question was about the interviews. For the first round applicants, the interviews will be taking place between June 21st to June 23rd. So because we haven't finished the application admissions period yet, we haven't set the interview schedule, but they will take place between June 21st to June 23rd. And the second part of your question, could you please repeat that?
Second question, the classes of the first round students will be started with the second round students or first?
Yes. Yes, so we do run the admissions at in different rounds at different periods, but the actual semester is the same for all students who have been admitted into the program. Our fall semester will begin the last week of August. So anyone who is planning to apply to our programs, they need to have their visa issuance by August 25th.
Oh, thanks. And I want to suggest one suggestion, please, if you don't mind. South Korea is the third most advanced country in the world after America and Japan in technology. But you have about microphone problem or other problem, then you should have to purchase new headphone.
It happens, Bilal. It happens everywhere. Don't worry.
Okay.
By the way, Bilal, I was told by Cams you've been asking a lot proactively with Namseoul. So I would suggest if you have time after this, we can talk more because I can see you're very interested, so we can help you out with your application with Namseoul, especially the
Sir,
deadline is coming soon.
Sir, I got admission first time in Namseoul University, but
Oh, great.
unfortunately, I failed to get student visa from Republic South Korean embassy in Pakistan in my country.
We
So
can still talk about it. We will see why you were denied and see if we can contest that one. I know you're from Pakistan. I'm familiar with the process still. We'll see how we can help you, okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you. I have a question here regarding physiotherapy. Professor Judy, Professor Sangbin. One is asking, what are the possible career options when you graduate from the program?
그레주에이트 옵션이요?
네, 그 졸업하고 난 후 이제
네.
어떤 일을 할 수 있는지 그거를 여쭤보는 것 같습니다.
그러니까 외국인이 한국에서 그 대학원 나왔을 때, 그쵸? 그 사실은 이제 그 대학원 한국에서 물리치료사가 될 수는 없어요. 왜냐하면 물리치료사는 학부를 언더그래듀에이트를 졸업해야지 되는 거고요. 그래서 이제 제 이제 계획은 내년부터인데 윈텍에 이제 뭐라 그러지? 피지올로지스트라는 디플로마 과정이 있더라고요.
네.
그래서 그거랑 연계를 해서 그래서 이제 그걸로 또 연계시키는 방법이 있겠고, 그다음 필라테스를 끌고 들어온 이유가 필라테스 자격증을 가지고 있으면 한국에서는 이제 취업할 수가 있거든요.
강사로요?
그렇죠. 강사로도 그렇고 이제 필라테스 센터에서 강사로, 그렇죠. 예. 그래서 이제 필라테스를 끌고 들어온 거예요. 내년부터. 예, 물리치료사는 활동을 못 해요. 근데 대신에 이런 운동센터나 필라테스 센터에서 강사로 활동을 할 수 있다. 예.
알겠습니다. So according to Korean law, unfortunately, foreigners or international residents, they are not allowed to practice physiotherapy here in South Korea, which is why Dr. Lee has tried to make a stepping stone program or a dual degree program with Wintech University, so that if they are interested in being a physiotherapist, they can complete half of their program here at Namseoul University, and then upon getting the IELTS 7.0, they can finish their studies at Wintech University, and they will be able to get their physiotherapist license there. I think Professor Lee is also saying that he's working currently on a degree for as a physiologist. 그 윈텍 대학교 졸업하는 거죠? 그거.
아닙니다. 여기 졸업하면은 1년 과정 피지올로지스트라는 디플로마 1년 과정으로 연계해서 갈 수가 있고요. 그래서 거기서 뉴질랜드나 호주에서 피지올로지스트로 일을 할 수가 있어요.
So Dr. Lee is also currently working on getting a physiologist degree here within the MGPT program, where the students will be able to get their physiologist degree here and then go to Wintech University to get their license, and they can practice as a physiotherapist. And I believe 민택대학교에서 이제 그 연계를 해가지고 가면요, 교수님 어, 뉴질랜드뿐만 아니라 이제 뭐 호주나 뭐
네,
영국이나 이런 데 다
네,
가능하죠.
영연방이라서, 예.
So the good news is if they are able to take this program and they get that physiologist license and they can finish the program there at Wintec University, they will not only be able to practice as a physiotherapist in New Zealand, but in any of the British Commonwealth nations. So Australia, Canada, the UK, Ireland, and so on and so forth. He also did say that one of the reasons that he is trying to introduce, as we mentioned earlier in the webinar, the curriculum, he's trying to bring in Pilates. The reason for that is it is really good for physiotherapists, but for the students who take that and they can get their when they graduate, they can actually establish and work at Pilates centers or as a Pilates instructor. And he also said that the students are also able to work at sports centers here in Korea as well.
All right, thank you very much for that. I think it's much clearer right now. In that sense, it's going to be a good opportunity for our Filipino students to continue a bridging program, probably from Korea to another destination, and it gives them more options and opportunities. And should they want to go back to South Korea, I think it's safe to assume, Professor Judy, that they should learn the Korean language at the very least, right? Should they want to practice, if ever?
Definitely, if they're planning to live and stay here,
Yeah.
knowing the Korean language is going to be a very big help. Actually, we have, I think Puja was not able to stay until now. Puja was also one of our current MGARC students. She's actually from Nepal, but I guess I'll go back to Gillian. Can you give your take on, I know that you didn't really know Korean before coming here and starting the program, but can you give us your firsthand maybe experience on how much Korean actually is needed as a foreigner here, or if it's just okay to get by with the basics?
And what's your level right now, Jillian? You should be having a level now.
Well, thanks to Professor Tapa, I think I was able to improve my Korean significantly.
These days,
I can do a bit
speaking
of
Korean.
네. 조금요. And here's the thing. Personally, you can actually get by speaking English, but in a conversational level only, and you can't expect every Korean to know how to speak English. It's usually the younger ones. And if you ask me, I think it really is a necessary thing to learn Korean if you also want to communicate with them in the long run, because there will be certain times that you will encounter people asking you for important things. And if you can't speak a lick of Korean, then it's going to be a big problem. How I get by is I have people that could speak Korean. I made Korean friends as well through other sources, because when I schooled in the Philippines, I made classmates. I was always placed in the international section. So some of my classmates happened to be in Seoul and we would meet up and they would help me a lot. But I would feel like I always felt like if I learned the subject beforehand, or if I learned how to speak Korean beforehand, it would be easier for me to do the transactions myself, such as housing, bank. Professor Tapa helped me with my bank. So that's the thing. If you don't know anybody here, or if you're not really that good speaking Korean, it's going to be troublesome in the long run, especially if you plan to stay for a very long time. So if you ask me, I highly recommend you to learn. At least, you can stay here for a while, even if you're not really 100% good at it. But I suggest that while you are here, you will still have to figure out ways to continue that learning. And you can actually ask the school for support in that, because they also have programs that would help students learn Korean. And I think Professor Tapa did introduce me to a program before. And if you need details and if you happen to be a student in Namseoul, then that would be a good advantage for you. But then again, in the Philippines, we have plenty of language schools that would offer good lessons regarding that. So I highly suggest that, you could check it out before booking a flight here. It would be incredibly helpful. Lessons are also online nowadays, so it's also going to fit around your schedule too. And you can also do one-on-one. I highly recommend you doing the one-on-one. Oh, and there's this program that one of the ATC students, Miki, is in. It's called the KIIP. But I'm not really 100% sure how that works, but maybe Professor Judy knows. But if you decide to come here to Korea, definitely check KIIP out. It's free, and it's also a good way for you to learn people, meet people from other nationalities learning Korean too. And
Yes.
it's going to look good on your resume. So
Perfect.
that's it.
Right. So the
Yeah.
KIIP, just a little bit more about that. It is a government-sponsored program, so it is free. And because it's free and a lot of institutions do recognize the levels of it, it's often a substitute for the TOPIK exam from many institutions. It is free and it's recognized. So because of that, it's very competitive to register, but several of our students are actually taking part in the KIIP program as well. And as Gillian mentioned, there's a lot of online tutorials as well. I have a couple of students who they are purely just interested in improving their Korean. They're not, they say that they don't really need the TOPIK score or the KIIP level accreditation, so they are just in it for learning, and they've actually improved quite a bit just from following the tutorials online.
All right, happy to hear that. Anyway, I don't have much questions right now. And if ever we do, we'll get in touch with everyone. I guess it's time to cut short for this event. To give an update to everyone, I think the reason why, because I'm getting a few messages, some are having a hard time connecting. There's a storm in the Philippines right now. We are actually worried this event will not push through. So it's starting to landfall until tomorrow morning. I'm sure you've seen the news. So if ever we have questions, we're going to be posting it to everyone eventually. And for this recorded presentation, for everyone's permission, we're going to be using this to repost on our YouTube page. So to educate more and more aspirants who wants to study in South Korea, right? Cams, I bring back the floor to you because I'm trying to take your job away again. I just miss doing this thing. You do the closing stuff, Cams. Nice to meet you, everyone. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Sir Jel. From Judy, I'll share the next topic for next week. Okay. Here, we have a webinar next week about Master of Arts in Global Techno and Entrepreneurship. So with Prof. Mohammed. So you can join us by clicking the Zoom link here in our page, ATC Education Marketing Asia. The schedule is on June 2, next week, Friday at 7 p.m. Philippine time and 8 p.m. in Korea. So there, I can exit, okay. So if you have any questions, hold on. I'm moving. If you have any questions, you can send us a message here on our Facebook, ATC Education Marketing Asia, and to our Gmail, atceduasia@gmail.com, and to our WhatsApp number, +63 905 527 4254. So again, thank you, Prof. Judy, Prof. Tapa, Prof. Lee, Sir Jello, and Miss Jillian. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. So good.
Thank you.
Thank you so
everyone.
much
Goodbye.
for the opportunity.
Happy weekend, everyone.
Yes,
Thank
and
you
please,
very much.
everyone in the Philippines, stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.